What? This is Mommy Uncensored. Hey everybody. What is up? So yesterday was a rough day, right? I got reports that a little girl was picking on my little girl, and it kind of ruined my day. It ruined my entire day. After talking to the teachers in the school, because I heard it Monday night, I went up there Tuesday morning, had an appointment with them to sit down and actually talk about this Tuesday afternoon. But after having a conversation, the school has been on top of it the whole time. And I learned some things. First, always believe your child. Like, your child really has no reason to lie if, they're not scared of you or anything like that. And I want to make sure that I provide that type of environment where she is open and honest with me. With that being said, take what she said, take what they say with a grain of salt, and probably talk to the adults. I know a lot of people go to, send their kids to public school or whatever. Not saying a public school is a bad, but there's a lot of kids in those schools, so a lot of things are missed. So I would definitely encourage you to follow up with any and every little thing, just to make sure that they know that things, and they know that your child talks to you. But so my daughter goes to a Catholic school, right? And again, amazing school. It's not that many kids. The teachers are really, really great. I love them. They love Kennedy. It works out beautifully, right? So Kennedy tells me about this little girl. Now, we've had problems with this little girl before. Nothing outrageous, we later find out. But I'm only saying, take what they say with a grain of salt, because my child came to me with this story, with this, what happened. And it was 3 things that happened. And I'm like, I'm just appalled at this point. I'm like, where are the teachers? They're supposed to be on this. And she said something about something happened in the bathroom. I'm like, why are they in the bathroom by themselves? So now I really need answers, right? We go up to the school. And I bring up these incidences. And the teacher said pretty much, oh yeah, I remember when that happened on this day and such and such and such. And I bring up the other incident, and she said, oh, that happened on this day, weeks ago. So I'm like, weeks ago, okay. And then we're her father and I, we were both there, and we're both so what's going on with this situation. And they're like, I think she's talking about pretend time. And I'm like, what? What? So these whole things, okay, I'll give you a quick backstory. This little girl said that, my daughter wouldn't be invited to her party, to her slumber party, unless she does what she says. So, immediate red flag, excuse me, what? We don't want to go to that party then. And, all this is surrounding this slumber party. All these interactions is surrounding pretty much this, party. There is no party. The party was during pretend time. Y'all, I was like, oh my God. I feel like I'm a little bit embarrassed, but I'm also glad that I did follow up with them, because I'm thinking this little girl's having a party or whatever, and she's being real selective of who she's choosing to have at this party and blah blah blah, all this other stuff. And the teacher's like, no, there's no party. There is no party. It's a pretend thing. It's during pretend time. So then we go back back in our memory Rolodex, and we asked one of the teachers hey, Teach, was your birthday last week? And she said, no. So we look at each other like, Kennedy said your birthday was last week. She said, oh, no, I had a pretend party that, the kids came over to me and said, hey, teacher, like, it's my birthday party. It's your birthday. So she was like, oh, it's my birthday. So she's dancing around having a pretend party with the kids. And it's like, oh. So a lot of these instances pretty much happen during pretend time. So, again, that's what I'm saying. Definitely listen to your kids and investigate every little thing, but also take it with a grain of salt, because, now for me, I know I'm going to ask, like, okay, so when did this happen? Did this happen in real life, or did this happen during pretend time? Or, tell me what happened before this, or, something along those lines. But I was like, I'm very, very, very happy that the teachers are on it, and, dealing with this situation, dealing with, everything that's going on. I am appreciative that they are, good at, keeping tabs on the kids. That's, really, really our top priority with this. But, and I'm overjoyed that my child does talk to me. I'm really, really happy that I am able to provide that type of safe environment for her to be, open and honest with me. Because, it's not like she's telling stories. Everything that she said happened. It's just the timeline was a bit wonky. And, I'm realizing, 4-year-olds don't really have great concept of time still. They just got their brains 4 years ago. So still gotta, still gotta adjust my expectations on those. But, it is what it is. It's fine. But yeah, like I said, I'm learning that. I'm learning small things as I go along with this whole journey of pre-K and school time and everything. And it's definitely a lot to learn, I'm not gonna lie. And I also have to learn to check my emotions, because once I heard that somebody was being rude to my child, I immediately saw red, and I immediately wanted to become that mama bear that everybody has coined as toxic now. But I did turn into that, nobody messes with my child. That's exactly how I felt. And, I have to learn how to check my emotions, check my attitude and everything like that, because, nobody's out here trying to intentionally hurt my child, not even the kid. I think she's just, she's a 4-year-old, We're dealing with 4-year-olds, and that's also another concept I have to grasp, is that these are babies. They just entered the world 4 years ago. Wow. I've had friendships, well, of course, but it's just funny. It's just funny. And, like I said, yesterday was a rough day. It did spill over into work a little bit. And, work is just naturally frustrating for me anyway right now, because I'm just, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Things that are going awry. And, things are thinging. And that's it. But other than that, like I said, it spilled over into work. So I was just really annoyed at work. I was really annoyed with everything. I was really annoyed with everyone. And it was all because, I just wanted to make sure my kid was safe. And I was just this meeting can't come fast enough. But now that I know, and now that I know to really ask certain questions, because that's also another thing. She answered everything that I asked of her. And she told the truth. It's just the way that I asked maybe can be adjusted a little bit. So, I guess talk like a 4-year-old. I don't know how to talk like a 4-year-old. I don't know how to phrase things like a 4-year-old. And it's funny because I've never spoken to her like a kid. I've never spoken to her as a child, like her age. I've always, talked to her as not necessarily one of my peers. I typically like to, go down to her level a little bit, at least a little bit. Maybe I won't use such big words, But, sometimes I do get into the habit and, those big words come flying out, and then she regurgitates it back to me, and I'm like, all right, sis, we could go. We could do this. So, that does happen on occasion. Well, no, not even on occasion. It happens often. I'm not going to lie. But with that being said, for those who have toddlers, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, whatever, take this reminder from me. Hopefully you already do it, but if you need that extra reminder, I'm here to tell you they're kids. Their concept of time, their concept of stories, their concept of reality versus pretend is warped. Take heed on what they say. Trust them, believe them 100%, but also investigate the holy hell out of it. So that's it for the day, for the morning. I'm going to go because I am late for work. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Oh, wait, I forgot. As per usual, follow me on Instagram at Sassel_DJ or my content page at Controlled Chaos. That is CONTROLL 3D_chaos. You know how to spell chaos. If you don't, go back to school. Bye.